Hola, amigos. Como, there
I am Prince Blueblood, nephew of...
Witness, I hope you realize that these are not minor offenses you are confessing to.
True.
I am well aware, Your
At least
Honor,
it's better than
but I
murder.
refuse to just stand by and let Coco take the blame for this murder.
Bam.
Sorry!
Yay!
Don't misunderstand me. I've not been moved by your sentimental pleas for help. I don't want to have to owe you or that attorney any favors in the future.
Of course.
Well then, witness, please proceed with your confession.
So did she kill?
That night, I went to the theater of my own volition. I was there to steal the fabric, as Mr. Wright predicted, and yes, I attacked Coco in the process.
But the fabric's existence was only known to Coco, Overall, and Playwright, and those whom they told. How did you come by this knowledge?
I can't say.
What do you mean you can't
Why
say?
not?
Look, I just can't, okay? Don't ask about it anymore, or I will be withdrawing my confession.
Bro,
Very
oh
well.
my.
Although I can't help but be curious.
Sip on those noodles.
So, what exactly happened after you entered the theater?
I went to the theater through the back door, just like you said, and
Okay.
made my way to the dressing room.
Just like you
There were
said.
2 ponies in there.
Just like you
Coco
said.
and Overall. I
Such a
kept my
happy
eyes
couple.
on the room and the surrounding area, waiting for an opportunity to take the fabric. After Coco left the room, I hid behind a curtain so that I would not be seen. Overall was still in there, but I figured this would be the best chance I had to steal the fabric. I waited until his back was turned and then entered the room. I quietly picked up a wooden roll that was sitting on the table and
Wooden.
began rolling up the fabric that had been left out.
I see. But to actually manage to sneak in and roll up the fabric, something
Smart.
else must have captured Overall's
Smart.
attention. Something to keep him occupied long enough to allow for Siri to do what she did. I doubt he would have been successful otherwise.
Was it perhaps something on his computer?
What could it have been?
Was it perhaps something
So, what happened
eye-appealing?
next?
I managed to roll the fabric up unnoticed.
Something
Overall noticed me as
kid-friendly?
I was leaving, and he started chasing me. I bolted for the back door, but I noticed Coco Palmel coming back to the dressing room.
Ah, so that's why you
Before
went
she
up
had
on
a
the
chance to see
catwalk.
me, I went straight for the catwalk, hoping that Overall would be slow climbing up so that I could escape. The lights came on as I turned the corner, but I paid them no mind and kept running. As soon as I reached the end of the catwalk, I heard a loud bang behind me. And when I looked back, Overall was just...
It might be another accident. It was never a murder, but an accident. Like Turnabout Storm. Considering this is the sequel and the first case, I wouldn't be surprised if they did another accidental. You know, for old time's sake. It might be an accidental, I'm not gonna lie. Why am I... Bluetooth, what the frick? Why did you just go
That
out?
lines up with what Coco said.
Jeez, okay.
But he was just chasing you. How could he have just disappeared like that?
He was a
I was
ghost!
just as lost as you are. I was happy that he wasn't chasing me anymore, but that noise worried me. So I went back to see what had happened. I started hearing screams of terror from the audience. With my worries growing, I looked down and what I saw was Overall's body hanging from the catwalk.
What in the...
What?
What in the Sam Hale?
Order! Order, I say!
Yes, I like a blue
Are you
moon.
saying that the victim was hanged during your chase?
It sounds crazy, I know, but that's what I saw. I was about to run for the back door before the police had a chance to arrive, but as I was looking down at the body, Coco had come up on the catwalk as well. I was freaking out. She was wondering where Overall was, and she started moving towards me. I I didn't know what to do. And I was too afraid of being caught stealing his fabric and possibly being seen as a killer. So I took the fabric roll and I swung it as hard as I could on Coco's head and knocked her out.
This cannot be.
It was.
Oh, yes, it can be.
A certain thought occurred to me.
What?
I can use this. I can frame her. Get back at her for everything.
Okay.
What?
So you really were trying to plant the whole thing on the defendant?
I've just now realized something, and, it's not blue blood. It was never blue blood. I should never have thought it was blue blood. I'm just really stupid. I'm just really stupid. Yeah, let's just, yeah.
Coco and that prissy unicorn Rarity. They both ruined me. I was seen as a cheater in the fashion world. I was humiliated. I wanted payback. So I removed the fabric from the roll as I was still intending on keeping it. However, in my haste to remove the fabric, I accidentally tore a piece of it off in the process.
Okay.
How did you do that?
By ripping it?
I think the answer to that question would be because of the exposed splinters on the fabric roll. Correct?
You got it. A bit of the fabric got caught on a
Okay.
splinter and tore off as I unwrapped it. I tried to catch it before it fell, but it was too late. Luckily, it went unnoticed thanks to the panic as a result of the hanged body. Once I had the fabric off the roll, I shook off some of the glitter onto Coco's hooves and placed the fabric roll itself between them.
That would explain why the glitter left on the catwalk was in a pile. You quickly dropped it in one place instead of wasting precious time by spreading it about.
That's right. After I had covered both Coco's hooves and the fabric roll in glitter, I placed the roll in Coco's hooves to complete the picture that Coco had attacked and hung the victim. Finally, I fled down the left side of the catwalk and left the building.
Leaving a trail of footprints and fluorescent paint behind you for us to find.
I didn't even know that paint was on the fabric in the first place. I only found out when it was brought up during this trial. I
Wow.
didn't really pay attention to what Coco and Overall were working on in the dressing room, and the lights were on when I stopped running on the catwalk. I was completely unaware I had left any prints. Even after I
Dude,
got
how did he die,
I
though?
wasn't aware of the paint. The rain must have washed it off my hooves and the fabric.
And this is the full truth this time, right?
Of
Witness?
course. Of course.
Every last thing I saw and did that night.
Of course. Of course. Okay. So what next? What next? Cough. Cough, cough. 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 Somebody's gonna scream objection or something. No, they're not. They're not. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
So there, Mr. Wright, you have my confession. I stole the fabric, attacked Coco, and framed her for murder. Now the ball's in your court to save her.
Swish.
Very well. Thank you for your cooperation, Miss Palomar.
Anytime.
Don't lose any sleep over it.
As much as I hate to be the bearer of bad news to you all, this proves nothing. The defendant is still the only one who could have committed the crime.
Are you stupid? Are you stupid? What are you talking about? Dude, we are accepting Polomar's testimony as completely truth. And it proves that Coco Pomel didn't do it. Because Polomar saw Coco walk up the catwalk after, keyword here, after, displess, after, after Overall was murdered. Or not murdered, hung. Hungex. W, X, Y, and Z. Exactly.
Then you
Objection.
must not have been listening to the confession at all, Prince Blueblood.
Exactly.
If you had been, it should be clear that there's no way Coco was responsible for this.
Explain then, if you can.
Oh my god,
According
you're
to the
so
confession that was just
stupid.
given, not only was Coco not even on the catwalk when the victim was hanged, but Miss Polar herself admitted just now that it was she who covered the defendant's hooves in glitter.
No!
Yes,
And
did you
since
not?
that's the case, then it's
Bro.
impossible for Coco to have been the one to leave the traces of glitter on the noose. That, in conjunction with her exact whereabouts at the exact time of the murder, should prove beyond any doubt that Coco Pommel
Let's
is
go.
innocent.
Let's go.
No!
Order! Order in the court!
Oh yes, I have a water
Mr.
bottle.
Wright,
Maybe a
you-
Coke.
Objection! This is impossible! Human, if neither pony could have murdered Overall, then who are you proposing is the true culprit? There was,
was an
no
accident?
one else on that catwalk who could have done it!
Are you certain about that?
Huh?
Aren't you forgetting someone? One other pony that was on the catwalk at the time of the crime.
Overall.
No! You can't be serious!
Mr. Wright, are you suggesting...
Oh, he's suggesting.
It seems as though we finally arrived at the truth, as much as I don't want to believe it, or even fully understand why. This is the only possibility left.
I am, Your Honor.
Phoenix, you aren't going to...
The one responsible for taking the victim's life was the only other pony who was at the crime scene when he was hanged.
Overall concept.
And that, of course, would be the
Yes.
victim himself. Overall concept!
Oh, I hit him with the banger music.
Hello?
What the hello? That's a new catchphrase. What the hello? What the hello?
Order! Order in the court!
Yes, I have a what the hello.
Mr. Wright, have you completely lost your mind? Are you
Yes,
suggesting
yes,
that
yes,
the
he is.
victim committed suicide?
It was a
That's
suicide.
exactly what I'm suggesting.
Objection! Are you crazy? There is nothing in the
What- yeah,
evidence
like, why
or
would he
testimony
do it,
that
though?
suggests suicide.
Specifically in that
To
way.
agree here, Phoenix.
Why was he running? Why was he
Murder is
angry?
rare enough in Equestria, but suicide? That's entirely unheard of.
Ooh.
I figured as much. But despite how improbable it may be, it's the only logical conclusion I can think of that can solve this case.
Ooh.
Logical? How can you even call this logical?
I call it logical.
Have a good explanation for
There are
this,
no
human.
logic in my flaws.
Although I can't claim to know why the victim would do this, I can hazard a guess to what happened that night. Overall concept, after chasing Miss Polomera up the catwalk, grabbed the rope that was prepared by the stagecoach during intermission. Wrapping it around his neck, he jumped over the railing to his death. We've heard testimonies from both defendant and witness, and together, they prove rather conclusively that Overall was the only other one on the catwalk at the time of the crime.
Yeah, but
If neither of them had
why?
done it, then it could have only been the victim himself.
Objection! Your delusions have utterly ruined your sense of reason, human. Time to bring you back to reality.
Oh, you were never in reality, Blue Blood.
Due to a blow to the head at the time of his death. Are you meant to believe that he committed suicide while he was unconscious?
I mean,
course not.
maybe.
But we may have made an incorrect assumption regarding this blow to the head.
The
What do you
clang.
mean?
We all came to the conclusion that the victim was unconscious because he was knocked out by someone. But that's where we were wrong. It wasn't because he was attacked. He was knocked unconscious after hitting his head against something as he was falling.
What?
What could the victim have even hit his head on?
The skylight
Might I
things?
suggest he hit the back of his head on the catwalk railing?
Yeah.
Must have not jumped far enough and received a pretty nasty bruise as a result, which knocked him unconscious.
How outrageous! And I suppose you have something to support that claim?
The clang that Suri, Coco, and Playwright heard. It was the sound of the victim's head colliding with the railing.
Yes. Yes. Gurk. Gurk him out. Boil, mash him, stick him in a stew.
You can't be serious, human! This theory of suicide, it's completely baseless.
Yeah, like,
I demand
why?
to see real, physical evidence that points to this ridiculous assertion being the truth.
Phoenix?
I have it
Phoenix?
right here.
Phoenix?
Take that!
The autopsy report? Does that prove anything?
Phoenix?
Right here, where it says the victim had traces of glitter on his forehooves.
So what? That doesn't prove anything.
Explain it to me.
Prince Blueblood, what's the matter?
He's finally realized the truth, Your Honor. As we've established, there are traces of glitter around the noose. The two ponies who were most likely to have left glitter on it could not have done so. The lack of fluorescent paint clears Miss Polymer, and the noose had already been thrown off the catwalk by the time the defendant arrived. Not to mention, Miss Polymer admitted that she was the one who coated Coco's hooves in glitter after the victim died.
Okay.
Therefore, there was only one other pony who could have left glitter on the noose. The
Overall
only other
concept.
pony who had traces of glitter on his hooves and went up the catwalk at the time of the crime. Overall concept!
Get smoked, idiots.
Objection!
What are you
Haven't
objecting
won
to?
yet. You still haven't explained why the victim would take his own life.
I
He was
really
living
am
happily
curious.
And was even planning to propose to the defendant. And
True.
on top of all of that, if he was planning on committing suicide,
Exactly.
in the middle of a play, in front of thousands of ponies in the audience. You don't have an answer, do you? I knew it.
You're right. I don't have an answer on why the victim decided to commit suicide.
Hmm.
But that's not something that needs to be determined here and now.
What?
The purpose of this trial was to ascertain whether or not the defendant, Coco...
True, but oh my god, I am so damn curious. I'm so damn curious. Oh, I'm never gonna get that answered, am I? I'm never gonna get that answered. Welp.
Coco Palmel was guilty of the murder of Overall Concept. Through the testimony and evidence that's been presented, I'd say the answer to that question has been made abundantly clear by now. As for why the victim chose to end his own life, I'd say that's up to the police to investigate and discover the truth behind that mystery.
Yeah.
As
Damn,
much as I
jeez.
share everyone else's confusion, I have to agree with the defense.
Yeah, get agreed on.
You're actually going along with this?
No,
There's
duh.
simply no other explanation, I'm afraid. I would like to request that the police continue their investigation in order to uncover further information regarding this supposed suicide. As for Surrey Polomere, you will be placed under arrest for perjury, theft, and tampering with the crime scene.
Whatever. It sure beats getting sent.
Whatever.
Just make sure that sentence isn't too long. I have dresses to work on, okay?
MK. Oh my god. Fitting end. Fitting end.
Well, Mr. Wright, even in another world, you haven't lost your knack for taking a seemingly ordinary murder case and turning it onto its head.
Haha.
Bad for your first time back in Equestria, I must say.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, thanks, Your Honor.
Ah,
I
that's
can't
why I
tell
love the
if he's
judge.
complimenting me or calling me out.
Still, sometimes I wish you would stop for a moment. I'm an old man. I don't know how much more of this my heart can take.
Yes, sorry, Your Honor. Maybe he is calling me out.
But as of right now, I think it's time I hand down my verdict in the case of Miss Pommel.
No other objections.
No! How can I lose? How can I lose to this hairless ape? My perfect win streak! No!
Did you even have a win streak?
And what a bumpy ride this trial was.
Oh yeah, I
In the
was.
case of Miss Coco Pommel, I find the defendant
Not guilty. Let's go. The confetti? They have confetti! They have confetti! Let's go! Get that done, get done!
Court is now adjourned.
That's fantastic. February 12th, 12:30 p.m. Manhattan District Court, defendant lobby number 2.
Whoa, now that was an ending I certainly didn't expect.
But you still managed to pull through. Congrats, boss. And you too, Twilight.
Yes! Thank you so much, Phoenix. You saved Coco.
All in a day's work,
And then you saved my lunch.
Woo! Daddy wins the case once again. But of course, is there ever a
Nah, never
Jersey,
doubt.
There's
Never
no need
doubted.
to shower me with praise. Honestly.
But it's true. I can never count you out in trial. And you sure taught that prince not to underestimate you in there.
It was so satisfying seeing him fall apart. Especially after going after my dear Coco. Oh, here she comes now.
Hello, every pony.
Hello there, Coco.
Hi, Coco.
Coco! Congrats on getting your acquittal, dear.
Thank you, Rarity. I'm very glad. Oh?
Thank you, Rarity. I'm very glad. You sound very, very happy. I agree.
Why the long face, darling?
Well, I'm happy that I'm off the hook, but I'm still sad about Overall passing away.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially now that I know how he really died. How could he just
Yeah.
do that to himself? Was something hurting him? Was
It wasn't you.
he?
No, there's no way.
Miss Pommel? Yes? I've studied analytical psychology, so I want to give you my opinion. You were absolutely not responsible for what happened to Overall. But you can't know that! You mentioned earlier in the trial that Overall had a bout of depression following the death of his parents, right?
Oh.
Yes. But that was years ago, and he never seemed upset once we started living together.
Oh, that's because he doesn't show it. He doesn't show it when you guys are together, because he feels more happy when he's around you. Oh. Okay. That makes sense. But then, why do it during a play?
It's not uncommon for someone to have periods of depression separated by years where they feel and act perfectly normal. I think Overall may have been suffering from it without anyone realizing. Granted, we can't know for sure, but that's what I think anyway. Even still, he probably wasn't happy with me.
Nah.
That
He
couldn't
was
be
very
farther
happy
from
with
the truth,
you.
Coco. Remember this ring Overall was going to propose to you with? He clearly was at his happiest when he was with you. It's true, we may not know his true reasons for ending his own life, but I know that you were not the reason.
But I could have done something about it. Maybe I should talk to him more, probably been more involved with his designs. If only I didn't leave the dressing room, he would have stayed alive. If only I...
Hey, calm down.
Someone give her a hug.
Take a breather. You'll
Hug
hurt your
time.
vocal cords yelling like that.
Okay.
Listen, you shouldn't blame yourself for Overall's death. There was nothing you could have done.
But if only I were with him the entire time, then he would have...
But it happened anyway. I understand what you're going through. You thought you could have done something to prevent losing a loved one, but the entire situation was beyond your control. You shouldn't put the burden on yourself. You'll never be able to live in the present if you stay in the past. Besides, in some way, your friend still lives on.
What do you mean?
Huh?
He may be gone, but his spirit isn't. He was a teacher to you, right?
True.
If you learned from him, you're allowing his techniques to live on as well. So in some way, he's always with you.
Of course.
Clap it up for Apollo, man. Clap it up for him. Gotta clap it for that
Of
guy.
course, Overall was teaching you his ways, and I know you've learned so much from him. Now it's up to you to carry on his legacy. Even though he's gone, I know you'll make sure he is never forgotten.
Thank you, Mr. Wright, Rarity, and, what are your names?
I'm Apollo. Apollo Justice.
And I'm Athena Sykes.
Psych.
Thank you. All of you, thank you so much. I think I feel a little better now.
Yay.
I don't know how we could possibly live up to Overall's expectations. He always made sure his designs were perfect. And now
You
that
don't
he's
need to
gone,
live up to
all
his
the designs go to
expectations.
me, including his sketches for new designs. They'll be his final pieces of work and they look fantastic. But once it's my turn to design something, I don't know how I could possibly make something of that caliber on my own. Compared to somebody who played such a big role in the theater industry, I don't know if I'm good enough to do it.
Actually,
Love
Coco,
finds a way.
you're more talented than you'd let yourself believe.
Playwright! Oh my god!
What are you doing
It's him!
I just wanted to apologize for thinking that you were the one who killed Overall.
It's quite alright, sir. I was the only one up there after all.
I know, but this human proved otherwise.
Human.
Coco, I know you think you may not reach Overall's expectations, but I believe you'll do fine. You were
My
under
man.
his wing, after all.
My man. Thank you.
Sir,
Thank you,
he was so
Playwright.
much more skilled than me. I don't see.
Miss Pommel, I need you to listen to me.
You pronounced it correctly. Pomel.
During this trial, I've seen that perfection isn't always the best thing to aim for. While it's nice that you can believe that you can achieve something great, the sacrifices you make to get there aren't always worth it. In fact, it may have been partially my fault for Overall taking his own life.
What?
Why?
I was so obsessed with making my plays perfect that I never realized how I've often mistreated my staff members. Without a doubt, this applies to both you and Overall. I was a terrible leader. So,
At least
from
you're
now on,
admitting.
instead of striving for perfection, I will do my best to achieve something greater that all of us can be proud of. Not just for me and you, but for
Alright.
the rest of the staff as well.
Alright.
Playwright.
Good.
Overall told me time and time again that your skills had even surpassed his own. In
Wow.
fact, when he came on stage during intermission that night, he wanted to talk to me about letting you design costumes for the show after the next. He said that it was time that your own work became known and that this was a perfect opportunity. At the time, I said I'd think about it, but admittedly I was going to reject his request. However, that's all changed now. In honor of Overall's last wish to me, I hereby promote you, Miss Pommel, to head costume designer for Broadway Theater.
He's pronouncing her name correctly too.
Oh, sir, thank you. I will do my best to make sure that my designs will be the best they can be.
I'm sure you will. That twinkle in your eye, you're really just like Overall, you know? Come on, let's get back to the theater. I want to make sure the staff knows you are all right.
Of course, sir. We still need to make some costumes for the next play anyway. And I certainly will have my own ideas to implement.
That's the spirit, darling. And once you do design some of your own clothes, I'd be happy to sell them in my store for you. I could even use some of Overall's special fabric as inspiration for my next clothing line. If you'll allow me to have some.
Sure thing.
Of course, Rarity. Anything for a dear friend. Well, see you later, every pony.
Oh god, that scared me. Why did that scare me? Why
There
did
they go.
Twilight?
What's wrong, Twilight?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just glad to see Coco so happy.
You're thinking about that,
know,
that court
right?
thing, aren't you,
I can
Twilight?
hear a lot of happiness coming from her. Playwright did a great job cheering her up. I can hear lots of happiness from him as well.
I must confess, I've actually never seen Playwright this happy before.
Damn.
Really?
You see, Playwright hasn't always been in the best of moods. At least whenever I visited the theater.
Well, he did say that he's always been striving for perfection. I can only imagine
Lifting
the
a burden.
emotional stress he puts himself in, day out.
It did. His never-ending desire to achieve perfection made him so stubborn and short-tempered, and it put the staff under a lot of stress. I was very upset with how unfairly he treated every pony.
Being the element of generosity, I can understand why that would upset you.
But this is the first time he considered the well-being of others. He was
Wow.
only ever remotely happy when he thought he was close to perfection. I've never seen him show this much sympathy for any pony else.
Wow.
Showing sympathy to others is an easy way to let them know that we care about what happens to them.
I
Bringing
sympathize a
negative
lot.
emotions to your peers will only spread more negativity, and that leads to an unhealthy environment. This tragedy must have given him that revelation.
He looked like a very different pony, and I'm happy that he's changed for the better.
And Coco seems to be a lot stronger, too.
And I'm so proud of her for that. Now she's off to forge her own path. I can't wait to see what else she has to offer the fashion world.
Let's go.
Yep, it seems as if everyone is moving on to bigger and better things.
Twilight.
Although I can't help but feel a little unsatisfied with the way the
I am a
show
little
ended.
what?
Unsatisfied?
I'm not
What do you mean?
unsatisfied. What are you?
Well,
What?
there were still some unanswered questions at the end of
Yes.
it all. The most notable one being, why did Overall Concept take his own life?
Specifically at a
That's something I
play.
can't begin to fathom.
Yo, are we getting an overarching narrative for case 2? Yo.
Overall,
Cinematic
was certainly
universe?
a very happy individual. Even with depression possibly being a factor, his life seemed to only be getting better and better. With his fame, job, and even some pony he cared enough about to want to propose to them, he never seemed like the kind of pony to even consider suicide.
Dude, imagine an
Makes me
overarching
wonder,
narrative,
too.
though.
But unfortunately, there's no
Yo.
clear answer. Let's hope that the police can investigate further and find out the truth soon.
Dude,
I
imagine sometime in
suppose.
case 2 we get an answer to
Hey,
this.
you showed that prissy prince who's boss. I definitely enjoyed myself seeing his face as he smelled defeat.
Amen.
Yeah, he's quite the character, isn't he? Oh, that reminds me.
Twilight!
I have a question for you.
Twilight!
What is it, Phoenix?
You said that Prince Blueblood was prosecuting for experience when he can rule a kingdom, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And as princess, you're able to stand in court as an attorney as well, correct?
Yes,
So, what I'm trying to understand is, why did you feel the need to summon me when it seems as if you could have handled this whole situation yourself?
And,
I know you're capable of doing it. You saved me quite a few times in court today. You've clearly been studying law for a while now, even if this is your first real time practicing it. In fact, didn't you say that ponies who are of royalty need experience in upholding the law? Considering you're a princess, doesn't that technically mean you have an obligation to represent Miss Pommel?
it's just when Rarity told me the story, I didn't exactly have a lot of time to think about who would represent Coco, so I just summoned you.
For old
That-
time's sake.
Doesn't
Oh!
make sense, Twilight.
You missed
Summoning
him,
me
didn't
would have
you?
meant you would have had to gone through the trouble of getting an equestrian attorney's badge ready again. Also, the one accused of murder is a friend of your friend, and considering you're the princess of friendship, that's more of a reason to take on the case yourself. You did say that you've been studying law ever since you became a princess. The
Twilight.
more I think about it, the less I understand it. If you appear so capable of taking on a case, why did you feel the need to summon me?
Twilight. Whoa. Oh my god, it's the locks! Oh my god, it's the locks! Oh my god. Dude. Oh my god. I have to say it. When are we going to see Trixie again? Also, I'm loving the 80s, just like, kind of just redid of this.
Cyclops?
What's wrong, Phoenix?
Nothing. Forget I asked. What does this mean? What is Twilight trying so hard to hide from me?
Oh my god! Celestia. Something with Celestia. Celestia?
Feeny! Where in the world did you come from, Pinkie?
Did you sleep through the trial?
Parents, Feeny.
Hey, Pinkie.
Hey, Trucy.
Oh, Pinkie, where were you sitting in the gallery? I didn't see you.
You overslept, didn't you?
I was with Fluttershy and Applejack, so she said
She
it wasn't with me.
overslept. Please tell
She
me she
wasn't with me,
overslept.
Apollo, or Trucy either.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
sleep.
Overslept.
Really an important trial to us. I know Rainbow had some wonderful dessert business to attend to, but how could you possibly be late? I
Sleeping.
slept in.
Again. Oh.
I can't help it. I
The
had
snort.
one of those really fun dreams. I didn't want them to stop, so I tried sleeping some more.
Doesn't this pony have a day job? How has she not been fired already?
Oh my
Hey,
god.
I have a job. I'm in the cheeky corner helping the cakes make
Oh.
cakes. And I'm also a party extraordinaire. So
She is correct.
I throw parties that'll shake your flank all night.
With the amount of energy it takes to party that hard, it makes sense that you sleep for so long.
So why did you come to us, Pinkie?
Don't you remember, Feeny? The congratulations
Oh,
on
yeah.
winning the trial party.
Oh, you already have that party ready?
Yep, sure
Ba-
did.
ba-
I
ba-
already got the cakes, the drinks, the guests, and decorations ready. I even brought a DJ to
Final
the party
scratch?
too.
Cakes, drinks, guests.
And decorations? And even a DJ? This party is gonna be wild!
This sounds like a very stacked party. When did you get everything prepared?
I got it prepared as soon as I woke up.
Wow, that must have taken forever to prepare.
It wasn't hard. I do this all the time.
She is also correct.
Hold on a second. I thought you slept in. How did you get the time to prepare a big party like that?
By doing it quickly, silly.
Yeah, she's very
So
she's
then-
very quick.
When did you wake up?
12:30.
A couple of hours ago.
Wait. Doesn't it take a couple of hours to get to Manhattan from Ponyville?
Uh-huh.
But I thought you said you woke up a couple of hours ago.
I sure did.
But
Don't question
that
it. She's very
means
fast.
The second you woke up
You fully prepared a big party
and caught the train here,
She doesn't
in
need
a
a
matter
train.
of minutes?
Yep, sure sounds like it.
but that's
How
Completely
were you able to
possible.
prepare a party that big in such a small span of time?
I
She's
told you, Polly,
literally
by doing
so
it
good,
quickly.
Polly.
Polly
want a cracker?
What?
You'd be amazed at what this pink mare is capable of, Apollo.
You would be
She
amazed by
just
what
has
I'm
great
capable
work
of,
ethic, Polly.
Purple Mare.
You could learn a thing or two from her.
Give me a couple hundred clients and maybe I'll consider taking lessons.
boss. Does this pink pony have time powers? There's no way she's capable of that.
She's just very fast.
That's just Pinkie Pie being Pinkie Pie. You better just get used to it.
But what does that even mean?
Just trust me on this. It's for your own sake.
Amen,
This
brother.
world isn't testing it enough.
Pinkie, if you want, I'd like to have a magic performance at your party.
Nice.
A human doing a magic show?
Like
That's
Trixie.
exciting. I always wanted to see a human do magic.
I'm the best magician in the city where I'm from. I can guarantee you all a good show.
Well, that sounds like it'll be a wonderful time.
I'm certainly looking forward to it. Hopefully, I don't get forced to dance until I throw my back out.
Come on, every pony. Let's get to the party.
Make
Right
a
behind
wish,
you, Pinkie.
it's your birthday party.
And as quickly as it started, the case came to a close. Pinkie
Dun-dun-dun.
threw a party for all of us to celebrate, and it was actually very enjoyable. Like a little vacation, it was a nice change of pace from what I usually do after a trial. Fortunately, this little moment of sunshine and rainbows
Oh,
last forever.
case
Unbeknownst
two.
to us, something darker was lurking in the shadows
Something
of this
did.
colony.
Whoa. Yo.
Something that teased our broader mystery. And
Hit me with it.
Any of us realized that during our carefree celebration, that mystery would continue to unfold not too far from us. It's a mystery I won't soon forget, as it brought me to someone that I thought I would never see again.
Trixie?
Someone who's a spitting image of a dear friend I knew a long time.
Sonata? No, wait. Sonata? You're gonna make me wait. Oh my god. Yo. Another banger. Another heckin' banger. You just gotta clap for that. You just gotta clap for that. Oh, so many freaking mysteries, and I love it, dude. Not all. We got so many mysteries. We got like a few mysteries from Turnabout Storm stuff with Trixie, Celestia. Oh yeah, that was like. Oh yeah, that was it, wasn't it? Now we have so many more mysteries. I love the mystery to all this. Oh, it just feels so good. It feels like it's something grander from just the shell of what this is, and it's just muy magnifico. Oh, I want to see if there's after credits. Hello? 1 year ago, Ponyville Prison. 13! Animation! Oh my god. Yo! I'm so glad I checked for after credits.
Knock knock! Rise and shine, inmate. Guess what day it is? That's right. As of today, you're a free mayor.
Sonata?
Must feel nice to finally be out after 8 months, huh? Right, well, you're lucky that human defense attorney proved that you didn't murder any pony.
Sonata!
Vanish the mood if you hadn't.
Sonata!
As for your possessions, just these.
Sonata!
Well, this is it.
Yes!
But before you leave, I want to ask you something. Now that you're out, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to help those that need it.
Yo!
For me.
Yo! Yes! Oh, she's back! She's back! Oh, yes. Now we just need Trixie. We need some more Celestia stuff. And oh, man. Oh, I don't know how to end this. So you know what? I'm not going to.